Welcome back. New studio. How the fuck do you guys like it? We got the new table, the new setup. This is what you guys will be seeing going forward. Before we get into the show, hats drop January 28th. These two bad boys.
9 a.m.
They'll ship.
PST.
They'll ship to them when? Within 7 days?
Hopefully. We'll be getting them out the door next day.
Okay,
so.
Point is, we're dropping them 28th. If you buy on the 28th, they should arrive at your house in time for the Olympics so that you can wear them to your watch parties and do whatever you do. Is there anything else you want to say on the drop? Or can we get right into this? Because we got a lot to go over today, folks.
Yeah, let's just get right into it.
Okay, did you see Tom Wilson is suspending and penalizing, I'm assuming, the young guys on his team if the outfits are bad enough, and the penalty apparently is you got to wear a suit and tie for 2 weeks. Did you see that?
I did see that, yeah.
Did you watch the video of Duhaime and Mick Michael talking about it?
Yeah.
So
I think it's good.
I think it's hilarious. I think
it's
Toronto needs a rule like that. Problem is, the Tom Wilsons on Toronto are the guys wearing the worst outfits possible.
I saw Scott Lawton bring something up about chirping some of the guys in their outfits. He said he was going to be, I think, Nylander for Halloween he wanted to be.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Well, I think every team should have this. I think it's a great rule of thumb, you know? Like, I'm not sure what Tom Wilson's parameters are that, like, constitute an outfit as bad. But I certainly think it's good to have players policing themselves, especially the older guys, making sure that guys aren't showing up, you know, looking like they're going to a 10 p.m. beer league game. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
I just thought that was funny. I will use this as an opportunity to, again, reinforce how important I think suits are. As much as it is old school, and as much as there's a certain demographic of people that enjoy these players getting the opportunity to show their personality through the outfits that they wear, I'm just a believer that look good, feel good. I like that hockey was the only sport where you show up in a suit and tie and then you go out and play the most brutal sport there is on earth. I just think it was a good contrast, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get right into Team Canada and Team USA injuries, because there's a fuckload of injuries in Canada's situation right now. There's only 2 in USA, but as far as guys who might not be playing in the Olympics just because of injuries, you got Devin Tays, which isn't an injury. We all know his situation, right? We talked about that before on the show. He's having a kid, and if his kid's going to be coming during the Olympics, he wants to be there for that. Braden Point, who was apparently, it's been leaked, he was planned to be the right wing on McDavid's line. So now people are suspecting that Hyman's going to be the replacement. We'll talk about that. Brad Marchand apparently is injured. Bo Horvat.
He's back today.
Is back today? Okay. So hopefully he should be good then,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless it's re-aggravated, which is a risk. And then you got Anthony Cirelli too.
Yeah.
So that is, I mean, Horvat, Cirelli, Marchand, you could probably confirm that all 3 of those guys are going to be in the bottom 6. And then Braden Point, obviously a top 6 guy on McDavid's wing. And then Devin Tays, a left-handed D, playing with Makar. So if Devin Tays isn't going to be there, who are you swapping in?
Matthew Schaefer.
100%?
Yeah.
Okay. No Chikrin?
No Chikrin.
Schaefer, you think's the guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Well, I've been watching. If I can watch an Islanders game, I'll watch the Islanders game just because of Schaefer. I think Schaefer's sick. I think he's sick as fuck. I think for an 18-year-old dude.
So if Devin Tays is going to be out and you're swapping him with Schaefer, does that mean you're going to put Schaefer on Makar's top pair and have him play 25 minutes a night with Makar?
Possibly.
Or are you going to move somebody up like Theodore or...
I mean, you
who
could,
the fuck else is there
I
on the left
honestly
side?
think, though, that...
Morrissey, maybe?
I do think, though, that Schaefer... I think he's capable of doing it.
Yeah, I don't think he's not capable either, but
Like, have you seen the highlights of him?
It's just gonna be a lot of fucking pressure for a kid who's only
back check,
18 or
though?
19. Yeah, I've seen it all. He does it all. Yeah, both ends of the ice. I know. It's just I think it's a lot of pressure. Okay, so you would say Schaefer. Do you think Hockey Canada is seeing that through the exact same lens? Do you think they will be?
I think so, because didn't he get announced as a?
He is on the reserve list. Yeah.
And that's where
did Chikrin not get that? He didn't get that notice.
And that's why, like, I don't think personally, like, I see people talking about the Hyman shit.
Yeah,
but I don't think Hyman was even added to the injured reserve list. So I feel like people are speculating maybe it makes sense to put him with McDavid, but I think. Personally, I think they're going to give that opportunity to a guy like Sam Bennett or potentially even like Bedard.
Well, no, because let's put the Schaefer. Let's put the Schaefer thing to bed. It's going to be Schaefer.
Yeah,
right.
But Bedard was put on the injured reserve.
Okay, well that's what I was going to say. So if you're talking about swapping Braden Point, it can't be Sam Bennett because Braden Point's in a top 6 role.
Yeah,
the guy you're going to swap him with is going to play with McDavid most likely, or a top 6 guy.
Connor Bedard.
Or Scheifele.
Yeah.
Either one of those two.
Yeah.
You'd take Bedard over Scheifele?
I think either or. I just don't think Hyman... I don't think Hyman deserves it.
Why?
I don't know. I just think that those two players deserve it more.
Well, what do you have to say to Oilers fans who would claim that Hyman and McDavid have better chemistry than McDavid and Bedard might have, or McDavid and Scheifele might have? Are you willing to take that risk? I'm playing devil's advocate here. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd be willing to take that risk. I think if you're an elite player, I think you're fully capable of adapting.
So Hyman has 31 points in 33 games this year. 19 goals in 33 games.
Yeah.
Playing with McDavid.
Yeah. And
you would be inclined to instead throw Bedard in that role, a guy who doesn't have any history of playing with McDavid.
Buddy, I don't think...
that's a guy who you need to...
I think anybody.
You need to... It's not as much about how much skill you have. It's more about
being in the right spot.
Think as quick as what he's doing and be ahead of where he's going to be.
All Zach Hyman's doing is just having to stick on the ice in front of the net.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then if that's the case,
buddy,
do you think Connor Bedard is going to be able to... box himself in that type of role where, listen, Connor, we don't really want you controlling the puck. We don't really want you doing all this stuff. We just want you going to the net, keeping your stick on the ice, and not letting defensemen box you out in front of the net. Because that would be something that Oilers fans would probably say on why they'd want Hyman over Bedard. And that's where you might even come in and say, well, maybe Mark Scheifele's the perfect medium of both, because Scheif can probably play a good Hyman type role with maybe even a little more juice if he does have some time and space with the puck versus if Hyman.
A lot of people will say that last year before Hyman because he didn't end up finishing the Stanley Cup Finals, right?
No, he didn't play in any games in the final.
Yeah, so a lot of people argue and say that, or not argue, it's the truth, the stats don't lie, that Zach Hyman was like the leading hitter at one point.
He runs fuckers through the boards, and that matters.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's an annoying fuck out there.
I'm not saying that Hyman's fully doesn't deserve it, but I just feel like the guys that were said to be the injured reserve players, I think you would think that those guys would get the first look over him. I don't know.
Well, look, if you asked me what I would do, I would probably go, like, as far as replacing Point on that McDavid line, number 1 would probably be Scheifele for me. Number 2...
Hyman over Bedard for you?
I don't know. It's so difficult because I would, as a viewer, from an entertainment perspective, I would love to see Bedard out there on McDavid's line. It is a little worrisome, though. Like, I don't know. I'd probably have to go Hyman over Bedard for that line just because of what we've seen and the role that they want that right winger to play.
Want a guy like, because you're a big Wyatt Johnson guy, would you say Wyatt Johnson's in that conversation at all or no?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I don't think he's in the conversation for that spot.
Yeah.
I think that's between Bedard, Scheifele, and Hyman.
Yeah.
But you said Bo Horvat came back today, but if he re-aggravates it, or Anthony Cirelli or Brad Marchand, these bottom 6 guys, if one of them drops, I think that is Bennett or Johnston.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends. Like, if you're going to have Cirelli on the 4th line and he's not going to be able to play, I think you're going to have Bennett come in there and swap for center. If you've got Marchand playing wing on, like, the 3rd line, I think that's where Johnston would come in and fulfill that. Because like Johnston, I think Johnston gets not enough respect for how responsible he is defensively.
Yeah.
And he can play that side of the game. So, yeah. To summarize, if it's a 3rd line guy they need to replace, I think it's going to be either Johnston or Scheifele. That 2nd line, Scheifele, Bedard, or Hyman. And then 4th line, I think it's most likely going to be Bennett. So it just kind of depends where they're going to have the guys lined up, and the replacements will go as followed. Do you disagree with any of that, or?
No, I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, before we go to Team USA, I think Wyatt Johnston's, in a sense, he's kind of like a Zach Hyman type of guy, where he's just
he can be like
he's like in front of the net. He's always in the right spot.
Yeah, he's not as much of a pest. Like, I think the American players would rather play against Johnston than Hyman, but he can do more defensively, I think, than Bedard. I think.
Yeah.
Even though Bedard's coach says he's fucking great defensively as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because I don't see him that way. But on to USA. Jones, is he down for sure? And Lacombe's the replacement 100%?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's huge for Cooge here. Cooge is a big,
I love
big
him.
Jackson Lacombe guy.
I love Lacombe. Yeah. I think he's great. I think he's one of the most dynamic guys in the offensive zone. His numbers might not always reflect that, but I think the way he skates and the way he can control the puck is almost on par with like the Hugheses and the Makars and the Hudsons. And that might sound a little crazy because he doesn't put up those kinds of numbers, but I just think from a skating perspective, actually, the perfect comparison for him is like a Zach Werenski. Yeah. He's like a baby Zach Werenski.
Yeah.
The only debate or the only question mark for Team USA is Matt Boldy, because he's down right now. And I believe Boldy's either going to be playing center or right wing. I think he plays. And he'd probably be in the top 6. So if Boldy's going to be dropping out, you'd assume. I think your snap assumption would be who?
I don't even know.
I thought you were going to say Cole Caulfield.
Well, that's who I have written down here.
Yeah. So,
because let me just say this, actually, on the Cole Caulfield topic here.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Caulfield has 7 game-winning goals this year so far.
Okay.
His career high is 8 game-winning goals. There's still 31 games left. And I feel like at this rate of him scoring those OT winners.
So he's turning into a bit of a clutch machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what USA is going to need. They need a fucking clutch guy.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Well, let me ask you this, because Boldy does provide a bit of a presence, a bit of a power forward presence that Caulfield isn't going to be able to reciprocate. So do you think, despite Cole's offensive abilities, they might look for a guy like fucking Alex Tuck or somebody like that who brings a little more power and fire to the game? Because, Billy G, that's kind of his philosophy of building this team. What do you think?
Like I said, I mean, fuck. I have no clue, because we're
fucking Canadian. Jason Robertson. Like,
I think Jason Robertson fully no. Based on like what I've seen, what Billy G said,
it
seems like he wasn't even really on the radar.
Well, the thing is, if Boldy goes down, and it's not going to be Robertson or Caulfield, who the fuck is it going to be? Like, well, I think would you have Boldy in the top 6 or the bottom 6?
Hear me out, actually.
Well, that's what we need to kind of address.
What about maybe a lot of people are actually really upset that Patty Kane didn't make it. Do you think maybe they'd fucking bring a guy like Patty Kane? Because Patty Kane's kind of like
fuck, man. I don't know. He's playing solid too. I would love to see it. Do I think Billy will do it? No, I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I don't know. I think Cole Caulfield, yeah. I think it's the perfect opportunity.
But do you think they're going to have Boldy in the top 6 or bottom 6?
I think based on that roster and how those bottom 6 or like the bottom 6 players are playing, like the Trocheks and the fucking Millers.
Yeah.
I feel like Matt Boldy was a top 6 guy.
I feel like that too. I felt like he would be a second line center or wing.
Yeah.
Which that's why I say, I reiterate again. If it's not Caulfield and it's not Robertson, who the fuck else do you...
I don't know.
Tuck? Like,
I feel like Patty
Tuck
Kane
plays with
deserves it
Thompson.
over Tuck, though, you know? Like, but maybe Tuck
plays with Thompson.
Yeah.
And he's big.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Billy wants.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to guess, I might have to go with Tuck as who they... I'm not saying I would do that.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see Cole Caulfield because I think...
I'd like to see that too.
I just think it's the perfect opportunity. Like we've talked about.
I think Cole Caulfield could be a sneaky line 1 guy.
Yeah.
Change the whole
But
dynamic
it's
of your
like
lineup.
the
Playing with
Bedards and the
Eichel
Celebrinis. Like they have to play in the top 6. They can't play in the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like it's the spot's open. Fucking send it.
I'm very curious. If any Americans are listening and you guys can think of some options for that, I'd be curious what you guys would say.
Yeah. Before we move to the next thing while we're on the topic of Olympic shit, I just wanted to quickly bring up the Sweden whole debacle. I don't know if you're aware of what's going on.
What's happening?
They have a fuck ton of injuries.
Do they?
Like a fuck ton. Where it's almost
I didn't even look.
It's almost really sad.
Sweden.
It's really sad.
Well, I know Leo's out, right?
I'm gonna bomb off some names here.
Okay.
Okay, ready? And some of these guys, I'm not gonna name it in specific orders and whatever. There's gonna be some guys that are coming back for sure, but this is what they're dealing with right now. You got Carlson and Brodeen, I think they're supposedly out for good.
100%?
I think so.
Okay, that sucks.
I think.
Okay.
You also have Landeskog.
He's out?
Yeah, because he went into
It's not the same shit, is it?
No, but he went into the net. Remember when you see it? Did you see that? When he went
I don't even think I saw this.
Okay, so
but it's not the same injury as before.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, he just like kind of went into the net hard.
All right, that's good.
So you got Landeskog, and then you got William Nylander. He's in the press box wearing a wife beater. Erik Karlsson, he's injured. Hedman, still injured. Eric Sinek, injured. And then Broberg.
Oh, no.
So I feel like those names...
Finland must be licking their chops right now.
Like, I feel...
Problem is, we can't even do the same thing that we just did for those teams because who the fuck are the replacements there? I guess...
Well, who were some of the...
Well, actually, I can tell you.
They took...
Johansson would be one.
So, yeah, Johansson.
Heineman is another option.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I have written down here?
Who?
Stenberg. Will they get a guy like Stenberg to go to the Olympics?
I guess, but I mean, if you're going to bring Stenberg, he's not going to play in the top 6.
Yeah.
You got to replace him with a bottom 6 guy.
Yeah.
So I guess Landeskog, maybe Stenberg could replace him.
Yeah.
But Leo and fucking Willie, if they aren't ready to go, like Team Germany might be able to fucking take them down.
Yeah, Team Germany. You got Seider.
That sucks. I didn't know it was that bad in Sweden.
Yeah, like I said, though, there's going to be some of those guys that are. I don't think they're all fucked, but that's what they're dealing with right now. So, I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's really unfortunate. It's good for Finland, so
yeah.
That makes me happy because I am a little bit Finnish. But
next thing we had here was Josh Doan.
Yeah. So did you see the deal?
Yeah.
7 years times 6.95.
Yeah. No, I think it's super sick. Like Buffalo.
So you like that deal?
Yeah.
Okay. How come?
Well, it just seems like he's the type of player who he knows how to play hockey.
Yeah.
Or like he's a hockey player. He's not a fucking...
So he's got 35 points this year in 50 games. I was watching Kipper and Bourne last night, and they had... I'm sorry I can't remember this gentleman's name, but they had a guy who was a past player, GM, and I believe scout. Can't remember his name. But he was asked about the Doan contract, and he basically came out and said, like, we were all wrong about Josh Doan. We had him highly underrated. He was a second-round draft pick, I believe.
I've asked this question
me.
a bunch of times, and I know it might throw you off. Sorry.
Yeah, he's a second-round draft pick. But he basically said, like, because do you remember his first 11 games in the NHL when his dad was watching from the press box with Phoenix?
Yeah.
He went on like a rampage. He got 9 points in 11 games, scored 5 goals.
Yeah.
So everybody was all hyped.
Yeah.
But it kind of felt like, well, this is a nice moment for the kid, because at that point they didn't even know if he was ever going to be an actual legit player. But the fact that he came in and had like some really nice beginner's luck felt good. The following season, he put up 19 points in 51 games for Utah. Simultaneously, he was about a point a game in the A for Utah's team. And then he got traded for Peterka.
Yeah. I think that.
And he looks sick.
That's a sick trade.
Like you said, he's a total hockey player. He does all the little things right.
Yeah.
He's got the gear where he's responsible and he works like a dog, but he's also got like, he's kind of gifted with like some real nice hockey sense and just the perfect amount of skill. So I think it's a great contract.
That goal that he scored against Montreal.
Yeah. He also made some amazing feeds in that game against Montreal. But
no, I think it's.
I'm just really happy for him.
I think it's good. I honestly think it's gonna age. Like he's gonna like.
Yeah.
Over deliver.
I think more teams should be doing this because.
But it's interesting because the salary cap's supposed to go up, and this guy's.
But that's why teams are doing it.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, I know. Hey, this is how when I played GM.
You're
mode,
saying you don't know if this guy should have done it?
Like I think Josh Doan could have got more.
Yeah.
Money. Like I think he gave him a team friendly deal.
I bet you he came to his dad and was like, "Hey, Dad, so they just offered me 6 times 7. So like they just offered me like $40 million.
Yeah.
What should I do?"
Yeah.
And Shane was probably like, "Take it, kid." You know,
Yeah.
like that's because you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
Right. Like you could get Landeskog. A bad injury could happen. But I think it's great for Buffalo. I think more teams should be making investments in their young players like this, because I think it's going to set them up really well, you know. But come like 5 years from now when you're paying a decent top 6 guy, who knows? Like it could be a ridiculous number.
But if Josh Doan exceeds expectations, like his next contract's going to be pretty. It should be a crazy contract.
Yeah.
If he can be like a. Do you think he'll be like a point a game player type of thing, or do you think he's going to just be like a consistent sort of like 60,
well, that's a good
70
question,
point guy?
and I don't think it's I put it this way. Jonathan Toews was a point a game player maybe 1 or 2 seasons in his entire career, but he was still one of the most dominant players on the ice constantly, just because of everything he did and how he elevated his boys and the way he led.
Not that many point a game players.
I think Josh Doan is going to be an archetype of Toews. Yeah. That's what I see in him. So I think that's your future captain right there, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously no disrespect to Darlene, and I'm sure Darlene will keep it forever, but even if Josh Doan doesn't become the C, I think he's going to be one of the most important pieces of your team from a leadership perspective.
Do you think, I know we're going to kind of get to it, but just I'll ask you quickly before we go to the next thing. Do you think they're going to make the playoffs? Yeah,
well, that's what I want to talk about right now.
Yeah.
So when's the last time they made the playoffs? Do you know?
Well, I saw here.
Did I give it to you on the notes?
Yeah. 2010, 2011. And so, I'm going to bring up this, though.
The last time they made the playoffs was the year that Vancouver went to the final against Boston in 2010, 2011.
I want to link something. We're going to link it in the description. Okay. And it's a video of the hockey guy. And I brought it up to you a bunch of times. But he literally makes a video about... Because the Vancouver Canucks and the Buffalo Sabres were the same year expansion.
Okay.
So they came into the league the same time. And ironically, they have a lot of similarities. So technically, with the way he talks about all the shit in the video, it is kind of ironic that they're kind of... The Buffalo Sabres might make the playoffs, the Canucks might not. But yeah, we're going to fucking
look
that.
You could compare what Buffalo's doing right now to what Van did in 2023. I think there are a lot of similarities between Buffalo and Van, but I think Buffalo fans would tell you, I mean, they haven't been to the fucking playoffs since the year the Canucks went to the final. The Canucks have at least been to the playoffs, what, 2 or 3 times since then? Because they went to the playoffs that following year against LA, and I think they lost in the first round. And I think LA went on to win the Cup that year. And then I don't think they returned
Till the bubble.
And
then won out.
And then they made it. I don't think they made it that following year. They made after the bubble, it was 23.
Yeah.
So at least Vancouver fans got to experience a little bit of light. These fuckers have not seen the sun in, I don't even know how many years that is.
Yeah.
Almost.
And not only
it's like 15, 16 years.
It just seems like Buffalo's curse in general with the fucking Bills. They can't.
Well, I don't know football, but everybody's losing their minds over the Bills losing to, who was it, the Broncos?
Yeah, and then the Broncos QB he got injured.
Well, you know what I saw? Apparently, this is good for me. You know how like people, like I saw the post. There was actually a hockey page that posted, oh, the Bills lost or whatever.
Yeah.
And then somebody goes in the comments, can you put this in hockey terms for me?
Yeah.
Which I always appreciate.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, this is like the Leafs making the playoffs, and finally, instead of facing like Boston or Tampa in round 1, they get to face like Detroit, and they still lose.
Yeah.
And I was like,
because usually they play
that makes
Kansas City. And Kansas City didn't make the postseason this year.
They didn't even make the postseason?
No.
What the fuck's happening to them?
Taylor Swift. The Taylor Swift effect.
Wow. R.I.P. KC.
But yeah, no, I think.
But to answer your question, yeah, I do. I do think they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and then so now we get to go into our Atlantic projections.
So yeah,
Well,
so
do you want me to start off?
You're going to start off. I just want to give some context. The Atlantic is completely fucked. Like if you look at the entire Atlantic, every team in the Atlantic,
to be honest,
could make the playoffs.
I'm just going to say this straight up.
What? Are you just going to give me your top 5?
No. I think both conferences, the East and the West, are both equally fucked.
They are, but in different ways.
In different ways, yes.
The reason I'm getting
but
you
the
to
Atlantic,
give
yes.
The reason I'm getting you to give a top 5 out of the Atlantic is because I think it's going to end up being the top 5 and then the top 3 out of the Metro.
Agree.
So what's your top 5 out of the Atlantic come playoff time?
Okay, and guys,
who secures the spot?
I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert.
They know that. This is for fun.
This is for fun.
Let's see what you did.
Here's what I got. I got making it Detroit.
So number 1. That's your number 1 seed?
Well, like, sure, you can call it in no order.
So you just went in no order, your top 5 that you
But
think
this is kind of in order. Like, you could argue that, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
Well, that's what I hoped you would have done.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I could say maybe that, like, my top 2 could be swapped. So,
okay, well, just go ahead.
Detroit, Tampa, Montreal, Buffalo, and I think Toronto is going to figure it out.
Sorry, say that again. Go through it quick.
Detroit, Tampa, Montreal, Buffalo, Toronto.
Okay. So you think Florida's missing?
I think Florida, Boston, Ottawa are not making it.
Wow. Why do you think Florida's missing? You don't think they're going to turn it on?
Because I think Florida has played so much hockey, and the reason why they're struggling right now is because of how much hockey they've played, and then they have a lot of star players, that played in the Four Nations.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what's going to happen to Matt Tkachuk and any of the players on the Florida Panthers in the Olympics. There's so much uncertainty.
Wow.
It's kind of a hot take.
I'm still shocked.
It's a hot take.
It's shocking to me. I didn't think that you'd have Florida out.
I just think that, dude, they won 2 cups. Who cares what the fuck they're going to say? They're just...
I know, but that's why I think, like...
No, and...
I just think they'll turn on the Jets and figure it out.
Yeah, okay. So then,
time.
So hear me out then. And you'll tell me when you get to it. But like, out of my picks, who do you think I should like? Would you have not making it? And
Easiest
have
question
Toronto?
ever. Toronto. Yeah, I think Toronto's just.
I just think that Toronto.
Fucked.
They definitely don't have cap space and stuff, and we're gonna get to it in the other stuff that we'll talk about after. But I mean, I think that they're gonna need to get a person or someone.
Look, I think it's actually I think this team is doing the city of Toronto a favor if they don't make the playoffs,
Dude,
because
if they
maybe
don't make-
finally they'll fucking
If they don't make playoffs.
reorchestrate whatever the fuck you want to call that. Because even if they make the playoffs, they would lose to any team they play, I think, in round one.
Hey,
I'll just give you
I
my-
just think though, like looking at it's such a toss up. Like
It's a total
so
toss-up
close
because
everyone's within.
Well, look, you know how much I like the Sens. So my number one, I got Tampa finishing 1, Detroit finishing 2, Florida I think is going to turn it on, finish 3, and then I got Montreal, Buffalo as the last 2 there.
I just don't think Ottawa, dude. Like they're just genuinely
there's too much-
struggling.
there's
They're
too much-
genuinely struggling, and then all the
There's
the
too
outside
much shit going on with the Sens. I love the Sens. I want them to make it. I don't think they will. I do have a question for the Sens PR. Why the fuck did you get Allmark to go up there and do the fucking... I felt like I was watching like Prince Andrew, like with BBC talking about like did you ever see that interview? Prince Andrew and the Epstein Files thing?
But dude, it was.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I feel bad.
You're
for
telling
him.
me this guy was he had to take a leave of absence for mental health. And then somebody...
He does
Dude,
struggle
I'm not,
with mental health.
I know.
He does.
And I'm not saying everybody does. That's a serious thing. I get it. My question is to the Sens PR team who said, "Hey, Linus, what do you think about doing a 60-minute segment at the BBC talking about all this shit?" Why the fuck would a guy who's clearly going through something want to have to do that? I just think it's a bad move on the Sens PR.
Bad optics.
Well, it's just like, why are you going to make this
And
guy do
honestly,
that who's
like,
already going through something?
I
That's
don't-
the last thing he probably wanted to do.
I don't want to
No?
believe the whole thing. Yeah, I don't want.
I don't believe it.
I don't want
think
to.
I think it's bullshit.
But I will say, like, the way that these guys are like conducting themselves in interviews and shit,
yeah.
it just seems a little.
Well, look, the problem is it's a very sensitive subject. So whether they are guilty or not, I don't think they are. I think I think you're going to be triggered regardless.
Yeah.
Whether you're guilty or whether you're innocent, that's going to trigger you. And that's just never a good idea. That should never come to the limelight, you know what I mean? But I will say here right now, I think it's complete bullshit. I think the mismanagement in it was like even giving it the time of day. Because are you telling me that are you telling me there's not burner accounts going around on Twitter every day saying stupid ass shit about every team in the fucking league?
Yeah.
Like, why even?
And I'll be honest,
Why
guys,
even talk about it?
It's really sad.
Like, I'm sure every team's got stupid comments about like
They
just
have,
making
but
up
you know what?
complete bullshit.
The biggest problem though is it's in Canada, and it's why the players like Quinn Hughes and Mitch Marner, they want to get out of here because the fucking Canadian media is so fucked.
Yeah.
And that's all. Everything revolves around hockey and fucking nonsense bullshit. And to be honest, guys, I feel like Brady Tkachuk is not going to stay in Ottawa. I think guys like Brady Tkachuk are just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Like they want to just go play hockey in America where people don't give two fucks as much about fucking hockey. There's probably a football team.
Yeah. Brady's an interesting one.
Everything's hockey here.
I don't know.
Like-
Brady's not quite on the status of McDavid as far as...
No, but he wants to win, and he gives a fuck.
No, I know, but I'm saying like he's not on the same level where like if McDavid bounced and then won a cup somewhere else, he'd never hear the end of it. Brady probably wouldn't get quite that same amount of like
It's like a
this
Quinn
guy
Hughes
just
sort of
bounced
thing.
and did it.
Quinn
Yeah,
Hughes.
it's more like that.
Like everyone knew Quinn Hughes.
But I
was
think
gonna-
he still needs to give his team a bit of time because they just went to the playoffs last year. This year, there's a whole bunch of fuckery. But like,
I mean, they have a
next
pretty
year,
decent
like-
team. They have a decent team. It's just
I like the team, but it's just
Ottawa's low key cursed.
Let's go to the Metro. So we're predicting 5 from the Atlantic are going to make it. So what's your top 3 out of the Metro? Well, just give me top 4 just in case.
well,
in case there
so
are 4
I
from the Metro
actually-
that make it.
Like, because Cooge sent me the itinerary, like little notes here, so we have some brief notes. I just agreed with you on the Carolina, Pitt, New York Islanders. I think those 3
Okay.
And then
You don't think?
No, I said I do.
Oh, you
think.
do agree.
I do agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I got fucking Philly, New Jersey, Washington as of right now. Not quite making it.
Wait, so who would your fourth be after the Canes, Isles, and Penguins? If you had to put a fourth. I only asked you for 3, I think, because we were assuming 5 from the Atlantic.
Yeah.
But I'll just tell you my fourth. If there is going to be a fourth team out of the Metro, I think the Devils are fucked. I think it's going to be Washington.
Yeah, I agree.
But then I think Washington's going to face some trouble. But how fucking sexy would it be if Pittsburgh and Washington got to face each other?
We'll get
in
to
the
it.
playoffs?
I think I have a few answers on maybe what the Washington Capitals can do.
Well, let's talk about it right now because we're on the Metro. I mean,
Okay. Well,
because I think it's like you already said too. I'm sure everybody here watching this agrees. Canes, Isles, Pittsburgh, they're probably pretty much locked for the top 3. I don't see Washington passing Pitt. I don't see the Devils figuring it out. Philly, I called Philly to make the playoffs. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I hope they can figure it out. I would love it if they could.
I think
if there was any team that was going to pass Pittsburgh or the Islanders for a spot, Philly would be the only team that I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
If there's anybody else, I'd be
our
like,
boy
fuck
Saber.
me.
Our boy Saber, he's a diehard Philly fan.
Yeah.
He's already been talking about if they make it, he's going to Philly for a fucking game.
Oh,
but
I
I just
bet.
don't think I don't think they're too far away. I just think the fact that they're even like kind of there's a hope is cool. I think for Philly fans, but
thanks,
it's just
Mr. Talkett.
they just need one more year. They need Michkov to fucking get out of
well,
his
look,
sophomore slump, and
The
then they're going to be fine.
the team is nowhere close.
And a goalie.
to
They need a
actually-
goalie. They need a goalie.
The team's nowhere close to actually being competitive, but it's just it's a flex for Rick Tocchet. That's what it is.
But here,
this is what he does to teams.
This is what I have to say. So sorry, we agree.
For Washington,
we agree on the Atlantic.
if you're GM of Washington,
Yeah, so I think, and we'll talk more about it after because we're going to talk with some potential trade shit. But I think, fuck it. Panarin, Washington. Fuck it. Like I think.
Okay, save that. Save that. Save that.
But
I
you
like
know-
where you're going. Yeah. Okay. Save that. Save that. We're going to talk about that very soon. Let's
Okay.
rip through the Central and rip through the Pacific because this shouldn't take long.
Okay.
Your Central top. Give me 5 out of the Central because the Pacific's looking pretty weak. So give me your top 5 out of the Central. And I'm assuming we got the same top 3.
I don't. Or I have. 1, 2, 3. I only have 4 right now.
That's fine. Just give me your 4 then.
Because I have
Really,
I
just
have
give me
a
your
split.
4th
I have
because
a split.
you
I
got
have a split.
Avs, Stars, Wild, right?
Yeah,
So who's your other one?
Utah.
Okay. Mine's the Preds.
I mean, hey, I've been hearing lots of cool shit that
They're on the come up.
I don't watch.
Stammer's
shit,
back.
but yeah, Stammer's back.
Yeah.
I was watching
They're moving.
the show, the show before the Kipper and Bourne, the fan hockey show.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know the guy's name. I'm a piece of shit. But one of the other guys was saying, he asked the other guy, has Stammer played his way onto maybe
The reserve?
the Olympic reserve list?
What'd he say?
And the other guy was like, no, there's no way.
Not a fucking chance.
He goes, it's
But
really cool that
at least he's gotten himself to the point where somebody's asking the question,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Preds, Utah. I think Utah might make a little more sense, but I don't know. I just got a feeling the Preds could turn it on. Like, why not? They got the fucking. You can't say they don't got the names. They've got
Actually,
the names to do it.
Did you see that? I don't know if it was like some AI Photoshop bullshit, but is Saros legitimately rocking the C on his jersey?
I have not seen anything about
Because I
this.
saw a picture of Saros.
It's Yossi. Yossi's the C.
Yeah, is he injured? Maybe.
I don't know.
'Cause I
But
saw-
even if he's
I saw
injured, why the
Saros-
fuck would he take the C over?
I saw the goalie
That's
wearing
AI.
a C.
That's got to be AI.
Might
No,
be
no,
AI.
no. They're not doing that. So you got Preds, I got Utah. It wouldn't surprise me if it's Utah, but I think the biggest holy fuck thing out of the Central is the poor Jets. I don't know what's going on. It sucks that they brought
Doesn't
Taves
seem like there
in
was
and
that much change, other than like
there wasn't.
trading-
They lost Ehlers.
yeah, and then you got Taves.
I think that's it. Yeah, you lost Ehlers, you got Taves. So I really don't know. I don't know enough to speak on it. I don't really watch the Jets games. I have been notorious for putting them low in preseason projections.
And then on fraud.
Like,
you always had them on fraud.
And like even last year where they were like they finished top of the Central last year, I had them not making playoffs that season. And IMAC was giving me shit about it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I've been notoriously like...
Do you think the Jets this year...
It's not that I think they're bad. I just don't think they are as good as...
I feel like the Jets are in a...
But I do think they're better than the Preds in Utah. Like, you'd expect them to be at least fourth or fifth.
Yeah, I think Hellebuck getting injured in that little stretch kind of fucked with them.
Yeah.
I think they might be like last year's Islanders. Like
where they just make it last second?
No, Islanders didn't make. They got Matthew Schaefer. Is what I was going with this.
I thought they played fucking Carolina last year.
No, dude. How? They didn't make the playoff. Or no.
They did. They played fucking Carolina.
No, that was
and
the
they
year
lost.
before. That was the year before.
Are you sure?
Who did they Carolina get Matt Schaefer then?
Because I think it was...
They got the first overall pick.
I don't think it was their pick. I think they had somebody else's pick. Look it up. This is a big fucking... We need to know this. This is a big fuck up. We can cut this part too.
We don't need to cut it.
Okay, well. I don't know. I feel like people are... I don't know. Whatever.
Did the Islanders make...
I swear they played
playoffs
fucking Carolina. Who the fuck would Carolina have played?
Year by year. Oh, here. Fucking hell. Wikipedia.
Unless Carolina played New Jersey in round 1.
2024, 2025?
Yeah. 24, 25. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they did make it.
So they played Carolina, right? And lost in 5 games?
Oh, did not qualify.
Oh, did not?
Yeah.
So who the fuck did Carolina play in round 1 last year?
I'm not sure.
Can you look that up?
But no, is where I was going with this.
I'm very curious.
We'll search it up. But
I'm a fucking idiot.
Is where I was going with this
I think?
is I feel like maybe...
God, we should get it together.
Maybe the Winnipeg Jets are just having a weird year. They're going to get like...
Clearly, yeah.
Maybe they're in the Gavin McKenna Stenberg sweepstakes if they continue to suck shit. And then the next year they make a fucking run again with a dope young guy.
I'm fucking retarded. I just realized that you were referencing Ivar Stenberg when we were talking about Sweden earlier, and not the Stenberg who played for Florida in the bottom 6.
Yeah, no, I'm talking...
I'm a fucking idiot. I'll retract what I said because I said you could only have Stenberg in the bottom 6.
Yeah.
No, I think if that Stenberg was actually playing on Team Sweden, you'd have him in the top 6 for sure.
Well, I'm just saying it's a hot take, but I'm just saying like if they have all these injuries,
if you got Willie and it's Leo down, you're going to need a guy like that. So retract what I said earlier. Fuck, I am just off my shit today. Let's get right to the Pacific, and then we're going to get into some trade talk because there is a lot brewing around, and this is actually the segment of the show that I am most excited for. Let's fly through the Pacific because this should not take long. It's obviously Vegas. It's obviously the Oilers.
Okay.
The only question is who finishes 3rd and 4th.
No, hold on.
Right?
So you ready?
Okay.
I got in order. This is fucking nuts. This is so nuts.
Okay, what? Let's go.
Edmonton.
Yeah.
Finishing 1st.
Okay.
Because you can never count out Edmonton.
Yeah.
Vegas. I got LA Kings 3rd. And I got the San Jose Sharks getting in that last wild card spot.
Okay. I got the same thing, except I got Sharks at 3 and I got Kings at 4. So that means the Kraken, we both have the Kraken being snubbed.
Yeah.
Buddy.
The Kraken?
San Jose just picked up Kiefer.
I know.
They might finish higher than the fucking Oilers by the end of the season. I am so high on San Jose right now. If Mac goes into the Olympics and has a good Olympics, and he... May God bless us with a Macklin Celebrini having a McDavid Sid moment. Yeah. Holy fuck, when he gets back to San Jose, is that going to be
No, it's sick.
an energy that the whole room feels. You know what I mean?
I got a question. So there was a video we did probably a year ago. Top 5 worst unis in the league.
Yeah.
And we had
San Jose
in there.
Yeah.
Do you still hate it, or is it kind of growing on you because you like it?
I played the NHL 25. I don't know what NHL I have.
There's definitely a bit too much.
I have
teal,
NHL 24 or 25.
but I gotta say, like the jerseys are nice.
I was
Like,
playing
it's nice.
I was playing on the game. They're not as bad as I think I was making them out to be.
I just don't
But
like
it's still too much.
I just
teal.
don't like the teal
like
helmets
if you're asking me,
with everything.
do I like the older Sharks uniforms, like where they had black pants, black buckets with nice
there's
teal
like,
and black?
You know those retro.
I love
ones
that
with
shit.
the gray in it.
I like that
Like
too.
when they wear those uniforms, those are sick.
Dude, biggest pet peeve for me with the fucking Sharks is that fucking terrible logo. They used to have the sickest fucking logo in the game. That classic Sharks logo.
I think the logo they have right now is pretty decent.
No, dude, it's soft. It softens them up.
I think it's not
That other logo
the
is
logo for me
10
isn't the
times
problem.
harder.
Logo
10
for
times
me isn't
harder.
the problem.
But I think it's oh god, I don't know. You know the Avs are making it. Stars Wild, that's 3. Vegas Oil. You have 5 spots secured in the West. The other 3, who the fuck knows? And it's exciting because we're going to get some new teams. I pray San Jose is in over the Kings. That's really all I care about. I just want to see San Jose.
A couple things I wanted to talk about. I'm going to juggle back a little bit to the Central, but we're on the topic of the West. I think you had the Ducks making it. I just want to slightly bring the Ducks up. I think personally having Carlson injured, it's going to fuck with them.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't have them in this mix.
I think they're close. I think we're close to next year where you're going to see all 3 California teams kind of in the mix for like a good stretch of time.
Well, LA is going to be the worst California team pretty quick here.
Yeah. They'll be the worst one, and then it'll be Anaheim, San Jose. I think I just wanted to quickly talk about, I don't know if you know, the Dallas Stars' last 10 games record.
Dropped, right? Big
They're
time.
3-7-0.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I saw somebody comment that on the on the show. Okay. Yeah, 3-7-0. What? Are the Preds gonna catch them? Are the fucking
No, I don't think. It's something to
Utah
worry
gonna
about.
catch 'em?
I don't think
No.
it's something to worry
They're
about.
fine. That's why I didn't mention it on the recap. Like,
But I just wanted to bring it up because I think
I mean, every team goes through bad stretches. I haven't been watching all the Dallas games, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. These guys fucking own a playoff spot. Like, it's nothing.
Well, and the
Like,
next topic here, this will take up some time.
we're going into the trades, right?
trades, yeah.
Let's take an intermission. I got to take a fucking piss.
Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay, so yeah, let's get into some trade talk. I personally think the classic shit. You're gonna see probably Dallas. I'm gonna bring up Dallas a lot in this because I think.
Well, just hold on for a second. I want to give them so. Deadline's coming up. I wrote down 4 names because I think it's highly likely. Well, I think one of them it's a little less likely. I think 3 of them are guaranteed to be moved. Those 3 that I think are guaranteed to be moved is Panarin, Hamilton, and Kadri. And then the other name I got written down here is Pettersson. That might not happen at the deadline, but I still do believe that that's going to happen.
Deck of cards, potentially.
So let's just go player by player.
Start with Pettersson.
I want your top 3 teams. If you don't have 3, that's fine.
I got 3. I got 3 for Petey.
I just want your top most likely teams for each guy. Let's start with Pettersson.
Okay. So I'm gonna start off. I got some notes on here. So my first team I actually think is LA.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you my.
I got LA too.
I'm gonna give you my reasoning, my backup here. Just want to say, the Petey Kuzmenko reunion. If you look
I
at
didn't
both,
even think about that.
if you look at both their career high years, is when they were playing together.
I didn't even think about that.
Kuzmenko had 39 goals, 35 assists, and 74 points. I want to say in 82 games, or maybe not.
No, I remember
82.
that. It was his rookie year. Yeah.
Pettersson had 102 points with 39 goals and 63 assists. one thing other to mention too is it's officially public knowledge that Anze Kopitar is retiring next year.
Yeah.
So maybe the LA Kings they get Petey for the playoff push. You get him with Kopitar. You get him with the fucking squad they have right now. And then maybe Vancouver retains some salary this year, and then yada, yada, yada.
I agree with you 5,000%. I think LA is, without a doubt, the most likely destination for Petey because Anze was always a Selke candidate, right?
Yeah.
Petey's got the most block shots in the league this year. You can say a lot of things about his game, but you cannot condemn how great he's doing defensively. Combine that with the fact that what you just said, if there's anybody or any team who's in the position to take on the risk of that contract, because they need to do fucking something if they're going to try to keep their competitiveness alive. They're one of the only teams in the league that probably would be desperate enough and willing to take a risk on that contract. Yeah. And then the Kuzmenko thing, which I didn't even think about during this. Another thing too, they lost Danault, one of their best defensive forwards too. So you're going to want, I think that's brilliant. Who else do you got though for
I got for my number 2, it's the Canes, just because it's been fucking the talk for the year, their last 2 years kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I just have the Canes because I feel like it's an easy thing just for me to put down.
Okay.
The third one, which is really interesting, is actually the Red Wings, and the reason why I'm doing the Red Wings is because they actually have surprisingly $13 million in cap space right now.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I feel like with that, they could maybe give us those beauties, those 2 young kids, the Plant or the Max Plant or whatever, and maybe like a couple draft picks, and you just get rid of fucking
See
Petey.
a Danielson in there maybe.
Yeah, and then for honorable mentions, because these 2 teams both, I would assume, have a decent amount of cap space, and it might work out as San Jose and Chicago, just as like some kind of fucking
cool
last resort type.
I love your picks. I actually love that Detroit one too. I had Pitt and Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville simply because pretty much the same reason as LA. That's a team who Trotz seems like wants to try to keep competitive. Yeah. So if you got to think about that contract and who's in the position to take on that risk. I think Nashville would be in that conversation.
I just can't see that guy in fucking mustard yellow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually,
another
maybe
thing that just reminded me something. Another thing about LA, PD has no move, right? I think. Pretty damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think LA might be one of the only places that he'd actually like to go because he's kind of that style of guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's just reinforcing the LA point.
I think his agent's JP Barry and stuff, and I saw some things when I was like kind of coming to these decisions that I had to make. I was reading some stuff he said, and he said that it's going to take a lot for him to want to, like, apparently he doesn't actually want to leave type of thing. And you know what?
I believe it. That's why I think LA is probably top of the charts.
I don't want to, I told myself a lot that I didn't want to bring up the Canucks much on this podcast, but I'm just going to say this is that if there's one guy that I think deserves to suffer through all the hardship of the fuckery in Vancouver, it's fucking Pettersson, because I don't hate anyone in the NHL, but I think a lot of the problems that the Canucks are dealing with right now are because of Pettersson. Because of...
Well, he's definitely been a factor. That's for sure.
You know?
Yeah, he's not...
I just think...
he's not innocent
Canucks fan,
in the downfall.
I'm a Canucks fan. I would love nothing more for them to get back, but I think if there's one guy who deserves to kind of go through the suffering, it's that guy. So
I will say, though, too, I don't want to hit this too much, but, like, I do think, like, just whether Pettersson wants to leave or not, I think if you did send him to a place like LA, I think his career would... I think it'd be better for his career.
Yeah, and
I think he'd probably take off.
Bruce Boudreau, there's an interview of him saying that he thinks that if he leaves Vancouver, that he'll get a revive.
I really think LA...
so too.
I hope it ends up happening and we can...
and I think he needs to get out of a Canadian market.
The other team I had was Pittsburgh, but that was just like...
So sorry.
I don't know. I just think Dubas might... I just think Dubas is the type of guy to maybe... Like, Dubas likes those types of guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Mariners, the
So you want to move on to the next guy now?
Yeah. So Panarin is the next guy, and then his contract really doesn't matter because he's going to be a free agent this year.
Yeah, but he's making a pretty handsome amount right
So you gotta have some space. But
Why don't we-
the point is,
with
it's a
you-
rental.
Yeah. But with you, you take this one away.
This was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
I think the type of team that's going to take the risk on renting Panarin, needs to have the space, however that math works out, to have him for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And B, I think it needs to be a team that is... Well, I'll just say who the teams are and you'll understand.
Yeah.
Sharks, Pittsburgh, Islanders. So what do all these teams have in common? Nobody really thought that they were going to make playoffs.
Yeah.
Now they're in a grand position to do so. I think all those GMs should reward how their team has overperformed by adding a guy like this. Because, dude, even if you're the GM of the Sharks or you're the GM of the Islanders or Pittsburgh, and you have a philosophy of building slow and not wanting to like hit the hammer too hard and like end up fucking up your rebuild, well, this won't do that. As long as you don't give away too much to get Panarin, reward the boys. Imagine if the Sharks could go on a nice little playoff run with Panarin on Celebrini's wing. And just don't give away too much, but just I think it would be good to give them that feel. Like you're not necessarily throwing out your philosophy on how to rebuild the team, but you're giving the boys a little bit of a taste.
Yeah. I remember we kind of talked about it last week or the week before. And I brought up asking you to Panarin to the Sharks, and you were kind of like, it doesn't really.
Yeah. Well, probably I said what I literally just said.
Yeah.
They probably don't want to fuck up their rebuild. But the fact that it's just as long as you don't give away too much.
Well, you can't give up like a first round pick, I don't think.
Why not take a first? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not a GM. I'm just saying if there's a way where you can acquire him where it's not going to completely fuck the philosophy of your rebuild and you can still stick to the plan but also acquire this asset to reward the boys and give them a little taste of playoff action this year and make them a little more competitive, I think that all three of those teams should try to do it. Pittsburgh, the Isles, and I hope it's the Sharks.
So those are your three.
Those are my three.
All right. Okay, so my three is because this actually surprisingly, as soon as I heard this, I was like, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense. But I have the Avs because that's just the noise right now is Panarin to the Avs.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me.
The only question or the only problem here is when I was looking is they only have $1 million in cap space right now.
So that was my assumption. That's why I didn't have teams like that.
They would have to they'd have to move someone. They'd have to move some shit around.
They'd have to get creative.
or New York would have to retain salary.
Yeah.
Because I think Panarin's making around 11 mil.
I don't know. I mean, I guess they could just dish out picks, but
Panarin's making around 11 mil. So
yeah, I don't know how the math works out.
Yeah.
That's why I went with these ones. But
I got as my second team here. I actually have the Caps because I said that I have them out of a playoff spot right now, but I feel like maybe a guy like Panarin could help them maybe fucking get back in the mix.
Yeah.
Number 3, this one, I don't even know if anyone's maybe brought this up, but I could see it happening. Panarin to Dallas. Because right now they got Tyler Seguin on LTIR, and I feel like he might be the perfect sort of rental guy. Like, I feel like Dallas...
It wouldn't hurt. You got to try stuff.
Like, I feel like the Dallas Stars, the Vegas Knights, like, those teams are always kind of in the mix for a big star.
I mean, look, I think Dallas should be one of the most teams down to experiment because you gotta keep trying stuff to get past the conference final.
Yeah, like I honestly think personally, I would like to see Panarin in Dallas.
Yeah.
I think
I'm sure cool. Jim Nill's thinking about it. He's got a set on him.
Yeah. Next guy we have up, or do you want to keep talking about Panarin?
No, that's
Dougie Hamilton.
Dougie.
Okay, so here. I've been trying to keep this team out because I actually think this team.
You're going to say Toronto.
Just watch what I'm going to say. Just watch. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. The Sharks.
Okay.
Because I feel like they need it. Like,
That's all I got written down.
I have Sharks.
I had another team here, and I'm deleting it right now.
I don't have much to say, but here's what I have. Sharks, Leafs, Blackhawks.
Yeah. I'd say that's
I don't
about
know
right.
if a contender is going to want to take a guy like Dougie Hamilton. I think it's going to be someone like, this guy's somewhat good, yada, yada, yada.
I looked at a lot of contenders, and like the problem is like the only way you're gonna sign Dougie Hamilton is if he has a spot in your top 4.
Yeah.
A lot of these contenders already have great top 4s.
The
Like,
Leafs, though, don't have
except for the
Tanev.
Leafs.
They don't have Tanev.
But Leafs are. You're being very generous if you're calling the Leafs a contender. You know what I mean?
They might not make it.
I had the Ducks written down because their right side is weak. It would
they
make
actually
sense.
have a lot of lefties.
They have a shit ton of talent on the left side. They don't have as much.
Zellweger, Minchikov, Lacombe,
Exactly. They don't have as much on the right side.
Gudis.
They're rocking Gudis. They're rocking Hellison. And they're
Probably
rocking
2 lefties. on
somebody else.
third.
Yeah. So Dougie Hamilton would make sense for the Ducks.
I still don't know how much cap space they got, but
I think they'd have the space to do it. But look, again, if I'm Greer, go out and fucking get Dougie.
yeah,
Do it.
I
Let's
just
see when
think
his
like
contract ends.
I
too.
just think the Blackhawks and the Sharks are in such a good position to like make some like actual big splashes in free agencies and
They
off
sure are.
seasons and shit. Like,
But again, it's walking that line of not
you don't
rushing
you don't want
what you're trying
you don't
to
want a
do.
Vancouver Canucks.
Exactly.
Yourself. I feel like
That's why I
Vancouver
think
Canucks
Panarin's such a
always
good
win.
option
Yeah.
for the Sharks because, like, depending on what the price is that you'll have to pay, you can still stick to your plan.
While you're searching
Give the
that
boys
up,
a little bit of.
while you're searching that up, before we get to the next guy and blah blah blah, who do you think? Let's just talk because the Canucks are obviously selling. Do you think the Canucks? Can you see them getting rid of like guys like Besser, Garland, Demko, that type of shit, or do you think they're going to keep guys like that?
If they have their heads screwed on straight, yeah, they should. Because, like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
Vancouver is the biggest. What the fuck are you doing in the league? Like, it
I do
doesn't
think, though,
make
like-
any fucking sense. Sell everything.
I do think though that
Dougie's contract's up in 27, 28. So it's
2 more
25,
years.
26, 26, 27, 27, 28. So next year,
yeah.
and then it's up.
Yeah.
So that'll be $9 million a year on the books. I don't know. Maybe the Sharks are down to afford that for the next 2 years. And then if you re-sign them, you could probably get them for like something like 5 or 6, maybe 7.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, you want to go to the last guy?
Yeah, here, let's just see, though. Just before, hold on. San Jose Sharks. Salary cap. I just want to see. Ooh. Oh, it says projected cap space. They're negative $1 million right now.
What?
Current cap space, though, it shows $8 million.
I figured they would.
Oh, I
have
think
more
maybe
than that.
because you know how you
Oh,
have
What the fuck?
what?
Look at that. Look what's in my beer.
What?
Look at it. Come here. You got to look at this.
What is there, like a rat in it?
Wait. Dude, it's like there was like a little white, like a little it was like a little white ball, and it just fucking.
Well, we'll grab another one.
I'm not drinking this one. Anyway, sorry folks.
No, I was gonna say like maybe
It's a little concerning.
Maybe they I don't know what the cap floor. Maybe that's their Carey Price contract fucking with the shit right now.
Bro, I don't know. But
Yeah, anyways,
I'm sure if there's a team that can figure it out and a guy who can figure it out, it's Greer.
yeah.
Last player, Nazem Kadri.
Yeah.
I hope he fucking gets moved.
And I don't have much to say.
I got
the other
I got
players?
Colorado, Buffalo, and the Islanders.
Okay, so you want to hear my shit?
Yeah.
It's somewhat stupid, maybe, but I got the Leafs because
Well, that would be great for them. That would be.
I honestly don't even have Colorado on my radar right now because it seems like they're more focused on Panarin.
I
from
just
the
want to
sounds
see
of it.
him there again.
But I would like to actually see him in the Leafs.
I actually think it'd be good for them.
I think
That's a good one.
I think it's like another reunion, another little fairy tale thing.
And it's what they need.
Yeah.
They need somebody like that.
I got Leafs, Montreal, and the Kings. And that's if the Kings can't get fucking a guy like Pedersen.
That's not bad.
I think maybe the Kings could use a guy like Kadri.
That's not bad. I just think for Buffalo and the Isles, pretty damn sure they can both afford it. And I just think he would really give both those teams that nice little umph. Just a little bit more of an edge.
Who did you have Buffalo getting on these 4 players?
The only guy I have written down
is Kadri
for Buffalo. Because, dude, the fucked up thing about Buffalo, if you look at the roster...
Could you say maybe, sorry to cut you off, like
no, it's fine.
Pedersen going to fucking
I
Buffalo?
mean...
Like, would that make sense?
It's possible, but this kind of leads into what I was already going to say. Josh Doan, Tage Thompson, Alex Tuck is your line 1. Zucker, McLeod, Jack Quinn is your line 2. Zach Benson, Ostlund, Hellenius is your line 3. Those are all young kids, by the way, who are overperforming. Line 4 is a classic line 4. But that depth is without Josh Norris in the lineup, who is kind of unreal.
Yeah.
And also Yuri Kulik, that Czech kid who's supposed to be super good. So the only reason I didn't have Pedersen coming to this team is because where the fuck are you going to put him? Like, with all this young talent. Like, I don't think you want your young talent out of the top 9.
To be honest, I'm looking at Sorry.
It's okay.
Projected cap, like Detroit Red Wings. Projected cap space, 13 mil. Current cap space, 29. There's no way they have 20.
That's why I don't look at those sites. It doesn't fucking make any goddamn sense to me. But again,
if I brought that up when I was talking about the PD thing, I could be completely stupid. My bad.
Forget it. But
could be right though.
The point of what I'm getting across is Buffalo has, well, like traditionally I would always say Buffalo has way more depth than what their record consistently shows. But this year you're finally starting to see it. Like, as good as the forward group is, which I just relayed, the defensive pairings of Samuelson and Dahlin, Owen Power and Byram in your top 4, like, on paper, that might be one of the top 5 best defensive duos on paper.
Yeah.
Right? And so we might be finally seeing an era where what we've seen on paper is finally coming to fruition. So we'll see. They could use a couple gamers on the back end. It'd be nice to see a couple veteran guys because they got Zach Jones and Kesselring right now, and then it's Timmins and
do they have
Bryson
extras? Decent prospects, or is it one of those weird things where they don't have much?
I'm sure they do, but I do not know enough about Buffalo to recite their prospect pool. The thing is,
most of Buffalo's fucking
most of
team,
their
AHL team.
I don't know.
It's like the Milwaukee Admirals type thing.
Might be, but most of their prospects are already playing. Like, you could call Benson a prospect, you could call Josh Doan a prospect, you could call Jack Quinn a prospect, you could call Noah Ostlund a prospect,
true.
Hellenius a prospect, Kulik a prospect. Like, all these young guys are in the lineup. So, that pretty much does it. And that pretty much does it for the show. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'll quickly take a look at my notes. Just if I take some notes throughout the week here. Let's see. Do I have any fucking notes in here? Oh. This was one thing I did want to bring up. Actually, I meant to type this in my notes.
Okay.
It was... I wanted to bring this up. Fuck, I should have brought this up. So, Luke Hughes, he's done for the season.
I didn't know that. What happened?
He, fucked himself up. So, I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I think he's done for the season. I was talking to Bela. He told me he's done for the season. Do you think now that, Luke Hughes is out for the season, will that kind of hinder maybe Dougie Hamilton shit?
Lower the likelihood that he gets moved?
Yeah.
It might. It might. I mean, how many games do we have till the deadline? Because that'll probably dictate it. Like if Florida, or if New Jersey,
Deadline's in March.
if New Jersey keeps shitting itself,
The deadline will be shortly after the Olympics.
it'll completely depend on that. If New Jersey starts heating up and they start playing good, no, they're not going to move Dougie.
Yeah.
But if they continue to suck, then yeah, they will. That's probably the thought process there.
That's the only thing I have that we didn't cover.
Luke's probably fucking faking the injury because he's sick of playing for those fucking crazy animals.
Yeah.
Booing the shit out of the poor kid.
Yeah.
You fucking crazy New Jersey fans.
Well, I think we'll call it a fucking wrap.
Folks, I'll reiterate. We'll actually give one of these hats away just to one of you who randomly comments. So if you drop a comment down below, we'll give away one of these hats, and I'll just select it randomly, and we'll probably announce it, 24 to 48 hours from now. They're very good quality hats. Do you want to get up and like model it for them, put it on you so they can actually see it up close?
I won't model it, but guys,
we'll just show them it up close.
We'll just do this. You guys have seen them. They're on the 47 Hitch hats.
Yeah.
Made in Canada.
It's a real nice fit. I'll put one on so you guys can see what it looks like.
Yeah, no. I'm
pass me the Canada. I'm gonna put it on for you. So describe to them like what I'm putting on here. Describe to them the dynamics of the hat.
So we got a really good it's called a buck ram in the front side there. You might have to adjust it.
I really like how this one fits. I really love these hats, this first collection that we did, but I really think just my head shape.
I personally can't wear the first ones because I just have a weird ass head. But the 47 Hitch, it's a classic dope hat. Yeah. I mean, we've been fucking around with hats for the last kind of year now, so I have a pretty crazy hat collection. And we have the hats up here, and this is a really nice fit. Like this fits for a lot of people. The rope, I think, is. I mean, I've seen a couple people comment on the rope saying, like, why is there a rope? But I think, personally, for this Olympic collection, it's the perfect little touch.
I think it's a nice aesthetic because I think these are the kind of hats where you can wear it out to a bar or you can wear it out just going about your business in a regular outfit, but it'll also look really nice, I think, like with the jersey in your fan getup. You know what I mean? So we got the nice same side patch on both of them. You see it on this?
It's on the
same side patch on both. And then we got the logos on the front. I'm not sure if they'll all sell out on day one, but again, same thing applies to every drop that we do. When it is sold out, they're gone and they'll never be restocked. So if you do want one, make sure you're prepared on January 28th at 9 a.m. PST. And I will say it will arrive to you before the Olympics begin. So
there are going to be a fair less amount of the USA ones just because of stock issues. So for all the USA people out there, if you want to get them, and hey, I'm a Canadian, I gotta say the USA hat, it's pretty fucking clean.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm not 100% sure that we'll sell out in day one, but it is possible. So if you really do want one, just make sure that you're ready and prepared. If you haven't joined the email list on our website, thefuckingshow.ca, you can drop your email and we'll send you an email the night before and right before the drop begins so that you can make sure that you are secured with a hat. But yeah, this is this drop. And then we've got another drop coming probably, I don't know, a month or a little bit after a month after this one, which will be more aligned.
We'll give you a little sneak. They're more those ones, the two closest to the sun.
Yeah, but it's not those teams, it's other teams. Yeah. So yeah, drop a comment. I'll pick somebody at random and we'll send you a hat out. Besides that, thanks for watching. From now on, since we've got the new studio and we've invested some money in building all this shit out, we'll be dropping this every week. Should be dropping Friday. If it doesn't drop Friday, it'll drop Saturday. So
and then maybe during the Olympics, maybe a little bit more depending.
Yeah, during the Olympics, like we might be ripping. We probably will be ripping more of these. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.